fucking, mate, Glindo style, mate. We talking about it a lot.
Yeah.
That is good. Anyway, check it out. Here's Glindo.
Fucking yes. Here we go, mate. Glindo, welcome back to Ain't That Swell, mate. Welcome back. Fucking good to see you, brother. Good news.
Thanks for having me.
Good news, man. You're our first ever Lord of the Week. Lord of the Week. We got a new spono on, bruh. And they're sponsoring this seggy, and you're our first Lord.
Dick, stoked. Thanks for having me on, Vorno.
Pleasure, mate. Yeah. Well, the reason why you're Lord of the Week is because of your clip, Glitch. I know it dropped a couple of weeks ago, but, you know, we do our best here. It Ain't That Swell, mate. We do our best to get onto it. But, mate, what a fucking clip, eh? Typical kind of buttery watch with all the rail shamanism we've come to expect from you, man. But some serious conage in there as well, bro. Some orbular glitch cones going down. Tell us a little bit about this one, mate. You know, you don't really see these things coming, and then all of a sudden they're in your screen and they're just blowing your eyes out the back of your head. So how did this one come about, bro?
Yeah. Okay, so this one came about just I just came off my second knee injury had to get surgery and just came good finally. And I went on a few trips the last year before that and just didn't get many waves at all on those trips. Didn't get much footage. And then when my knee was finally good, I hit up Mikey and was like, fuck, let's go somewhere and just like on a swell and go for a few days and get some good waves. Because I didn't have good waves for a good while, good few months there. And then we did that early in the year and started that. Finished that, like, I've coming back from that trip and it was like, that was the best trip I had, like, in my whole surfing career, I reckon. Just to been, like, getting fun waves, like, for 3 days straight. And then from that, then onwards, we kind of, like, didn't really do much for a while, for a few months, and then we're like, fuck, we should put something together. And then I was just like, yeah. We weren't really sure what we were going to do first. Then I was just like, fuck, let's try seeing all the footage and like, oh, let's try put something together. And then it was coming around. It took for ages. We should have got onto it and tried to hustle a bit more, but we didn't. And we just waited around, and then time came and we just had to go hit Indo Lakeys just because it's pretty easy to do. And
well, before we go into Indo though, because that's a sick part of the flick, just tell us about these. You know, Lennox, it's not the first place you think of when you want to go get some meaty vish, but fuck, man, there's seggies along the point, and a few secret little zones around there where you can get pretty slabbed out. Tell us about sort of, you know, leaving home and going to get a little bit of this like Aussie grunt into your blood.
Yeah, fuck, it was epic, like, especially to go down there.
Don't say where, mate. Don't say where, bro.
But to just to like have no one around, that was probably like the best part of it, was just being like surfing pretty much solo.
Yeah.
And like the crew that were there was like, it was an epic crew to surf with. Unreal, but it was, I think back on it, just got cut, like having no phone reception for good like week, just fully tapped out. Man. It was seriously no better feeling, I don't think.
Nah, man.
When
you're from the North Coast, like that's one part of the Australian surf experience, to just have that crystallized, perfectly emerald green, like long winding walls and points that go forever. And, you know, you're basically living in this almost like fucking fantasy land, this utopia. But then that's the flip side of that coin, is like getting down and dusty and just remote and really parking it in some seriously southern juice, man. Like it's the best of both worlds, those two sides of the Australian surfing experience.
For sure, man. It was one of the best trips I've ever done, for sure.
Unreal, mate. Unreal. All right, well, far out there. The best thing in this clip, like, fuck, everyone loves watching you surf a double overhead wall, but watching you do it on Parko's board is something else, man. How did that come about? Was it as simple as just getting a call and him going, come and have a crack at this thing?
No. The funny thing was, it wasn't his. I didn't go through him. So it was me going to try out a few JSs. And I went up to JS and like was in his factory just having a look around, and he was got a couple boards for me to try, and then Buddy was looking up in there, and I've seen these blades up in the roof, like going. I was like, "Fuck, what are they like? What are they doing up there? Just collecting dust?"
Mm.
And he's going, "Fuck, right? Like, we'll bring one down." He goes, gets a couple down. Like there was a couple like that were a bit banged up, and this one was like pretty perfect. Just like glass ins were still like intact and everything, and then. He was just like, fuck, it's not doing anything here. You may as well take it as well. And he just put it in my car. And I remember having it in my like garage for a bit, just going, fuck, I don't want to ride this. I'm scared. Like, obviously, like JS told me like all the comps and stuff he won on it.
Whoa.
And I was like, fuck, like I can't like ride this. And I remember like I'd sent a photo to Joel, like when I had it in my garage. I sent him a photo and go. And then he's like, fuck, like, show us the bottom of it. And then, like, he's like, no way. And I was like, fuck. I was like, messaging him going, mate, I'm a bit scared to ride it. Like, is that sweet? And he goes, yeah, like, go for it. Didn't give a shit. Like, didn't care. But obviously, when he found out I snapped it, he was a bit bummed. But
Oh, mate. Well, he christened it the Golden Child. You can see why,
I know.
man. Fuck, what a board, dude. Like, the full rail hold on that thing, like when you're surfing it, is just out of this world, man. How's the initial feel? Like, could you just get on and just start giving it like the full carnage treatment, or were you like a bit nervous about it?
No, it was crazy. Like I rode out the point on like the first I ever had was at the point. I've just took off on like it wasn't that big, but it just had this drive to it that was just I haven't felt in any other board before.
Yeah, fucking 2004 spec, mate. That's why.
Yeah. I'm like, fuck, I need to get a couple of these things.
Yeah. Awesome. So, like, as soon as you got on it, did you just know you could just push it as hard as you wanted?
Push it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see that in the lines, dude.
It didn't want to slide. It just wanted to get, like, hold through everything.
Fuck, that's sick, man. Yeah, the
surfing. The best feeling. Like, I was in, like, when I had that board, it was like I was so fucking psyched to surf.
Yeah.
Like, just made me want to surf like so much more when I had that thing under my feet.
That is psycho, man. And then what about like, as you're getting more and more confident on it and you're surfing like, bigger waves, are you just starting to go like, where's the limit on this thing? Because when you think back to Joel surfing and the comps he won on it, like he won J-Bay on it, right?
Yeah. He won Bells. I think he won Snapper on it.
It's that year. Well. It's the board from the year where he went like 3 for 5 or whatever. And man, like he's doing the most Formula One surfing of his life on that thing.
And that's like holding up with that. So I was like, fuck, it's held. I knew like it had to give because I was like, fuck, dude, he put it through the ringer.
But then it gives on this shit house floater, dude. The floater will always bring you undone, eh? It'll always fuck up.
It always gets you. Always gets you.
Mate, was he rattled that you snapped it doing a floater? He must have been because he doesn't mind doing those big old, forward step floats. He's not like adverse to like throwing up a big float, but snapping it on a float, dude.
Yeah, I was so first session got to Lakey's first surf on it. Fucking did a floater.
Tell me about that. Like being underwater, you knew it was gone, right? As soon as you hit the lake.
Fuck, I was so off it.
Mate, I don't know if you are Lord of the Week. You maybe should be Crim of the Week.
I should be. I should be locked up. I'm gonna pay Joel bloody how much that.
Tell us about the phone call, man. How did it go? Did you text or phone him?
Okay, so I called him and I was like, I told him I snapped it, and he just fucking he didn't care, but he fucking was going, no fucking way. Like it was just he was trying to like G me up and was just like going, you fucking kidding me? Like, are you kidding me? You know how much money like that He's like that
Oh,
board's
no.
probably worth 30. He's like that board's probably worth $60,000. Like off, like. Anyway,
Bro.
I was like, fuck. He's actually rattled. Like shit. What have I done?
Yeah.
And then it was just like he's like, nah, fuck. I didn't get. He just was like, I don't care.
Mate, I remember him telling me this story about, I think it was the first board he ever won snapper on, maybe.
Yeah.
And he was saying that, can you?
Yeah, I got ya.
Yeah.
Oh,
He was saying that he had it on the
sorry,
wall of his house or something for ages and ages. And then he eventually just went, plucked it off and took it out. And it just went as good as it had ever gone. Like he just went, wow, this thing is so good. And I think, mate, it's better to see him getting surfed than just hanging on a wall collecting dust, like you said, up in the rafters.
Exactly, yeah. It's like this one was stacked with about 10 others on top of it, I reckon. That's why I was like, fuck. I'd love to, like, no one's riding those boards now. Like, the surfing those guys were doing on them back then, fuck, I reckon tops anything till now with the rail surfing and stuff.
Yep. Well, mate, listen, I'll let you go because, we're not going to go on forever about it, but it's a mental clip. I recommend seeing it. Glitch. It's just a classic Glindo drop, and it's a joy to watch, man. And I hope Parko isn't too bummed. I'm sure he really enjoyed watching you go at it on that golden child before it ended up in two pieces. You reckon he'll bury it in the pet cemetery? It'll come back even more evil than it already was.
I still haven't given it back to him. It's still in my garage. I probably should go drop it off.
Fully, mate. Yeah, well, that's what I recommend. Who cares if it gets possessed and comes back with another life? But good on you, Glindo. You're the up lord of the week, brother, for that last performance, and frothing to have you back on, bro.
Thanks, Vaughn. Thanks heaps, mate.
So, cheers again to the Legends at Up, the bank that has young Aussies' backs no matter where they are in the world. Download the Up app, sign up in minutes, do it all from the comfort of your phone. No need to go to the bank or any of that bullshit. Just use the code UTFS. UTFS for $10 on sign up. I'll chuck 10 fucking squids in your bank account, mate.
Kidding me?
So up the fucking swellions, mate. Putting the up in up the fucking swellions.
Well
Sick
punned.
to have you on board on your boys. Yeah, shut up.